Welcome to our information video about keywords. We're going to be defining keywords, what they are. Also learn everything about keywords within this course. Learn how to find the best keywords. Learn how to use those keywords effectively. Learn everything about the use of keywords within your marketing strategy. We're going to talk about primary keywords and what they are, and the benefits of long-tail keywords. We will be discussing the best tools to find keywords. We have a full list of free resources at the end of this course that you can use. Keywords are the number one thing that marketers often struggle with. Having a good keyword strategy can bring out results within content search. YouTube and keywords is essential in gaining traffic and improving your ranking. Keywords are important in all stages of video ranking, including your video content creation, metadata, and almost every single aspect of your video. YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google. You have to consider keywords in order to rank. If you want to be found within search, think keywords. You need to optimize those keywords to effectively show up within search results. Keywords are the foundation for SEO. This video I'm going to be talking about what keywords are. So keyword research is one of the most valuable and high rate of return activities in YouTube marketing. That's what makes keywords so very important. And keywords essentially are just the words and phrases that internet users type into search engines like Google to find websites that match what they're looking for. So keywords are important because search results matter. You will find that a large percentage of your traffic comes from search, and this is why it's important to get the right keywords in order to optimize that search traffic that's coming in. Search is the number one driver of traffic to your videos. Over 90% of YouTube users use search. Billions of searches are done each month on YouTube. Ranking in search is huge. There's a huge difference in ranking between those results that come up on the first page and those that come up afterward. Quite literally, if you come up on the second or third page, it doesn't even matter if you come up on the second, third, fourth, 10th, or 100th page. The first page results are what matter. There are some keywords that get hundreds of thousands of searches done daily. And depending on what the word is, it can be either highly competitive or not so competitive at all. That's why keyword research is so essential in getting those right keywords placed within your videos in order to rank higher and better within search results. These are the terms that users are using to get and find content online. And these are the terms that they're going to find your content online by using. So keywords are important, and we're going to take you through all the strategies, techniques, and ways to get keywords, to research keywords, and to find the absolute best keywords for your videos in order to fully optimize them. Having the right keywords is a difference in traffic for your videos. So spending time to optimize them properly, to research them properly, is well worth the effort. After understanding what keywords are and the importance of keywords, the next step is to figure out how to use your keywords effectively. So you can use your keywords within your video script in order to optimize for those terms. And yes, Google does do, or YouTube does do voice to text feature within their videos, and they are able to detect your keywords within your videos. So that's why video scripting and using your keywords within video scripting is important. Also, within video optimization, in the metadata, typing in the right keywords within titles, descriptions, and tags also affects your rankings and how your video was found within search. We're going to also look at trending keywords and trending topics. So using keywords and trending topics, you can find additional videos that you need to create. So if you were creating videos about keywords, just by going into AdWords Keyword Planner tool and typing in keywords to get ideas, you can see the number of searches being done. So this is on Google itself, which is it is relevant as well to YouTube, because they do share some of the same data, and you got to remember as well that your YouTube videos are going to be showing up within Google as well. So searches done within Google are affecting how many times your video does get viewed if it does rank for those keywords. So when typing in keywords, you can look at this and say you can make videos about keyword generators, you can make keywords about AdWords, videos about AdWords, videos about search optimization, and you can get a whole bunch of tips here about the different types of videos that you can create just in regards to using the one keyword keywords. I'll have more on this later in an upcoming video as well. So it does help you source out new ideas when it comes to using keywords. When it comes to keywords, relevance is important. Relevance to the video, to the content, and in order to get the best results for search, the keywords and keyword phrases have to be relevant to the content of the video. This is important because relevance of the keywords is essential in producing proper keyword strategies. So when you're doing keyword research, you've probably heard of long tail keywords, primary keywords, secondary keywords, and also different variations of those terms. So essentially what long tail keywords are, they're longer and more specific keyword phrases that users and visitors use and are less likely to type in, but more likely to be relevant to the content that you have. So generally they're a keyword combination of 3 to 6 words or more and are specific and relevant to the video content. When I type in cooking within the keyword planner, I can see here that I do have quite a few primary keywords. So primary keywords are words where there's just the one main word. So cooking would be a primary keyword, as well as sometimes cooking and if it is considered within one word, that can also still be primary. So none of these are really primary. If you go into 2 to 3 words, generally they're secondary. So cooking tips and all of these would be secondary. If you're typing in something like real estate, that's going to be 2 words, but that's also going to be a primary term. So that's the difference between the primary and secondary. So sometimes primary is 1 or 2 words, sometimes they're just a single word. So sometimes it's combo, sometimes it's a single. And this is also going to vary about the amount of search volume and competition. So if a particular phrase like real estate is going to get a whole bunch of searches for those particular primary keywords. So real estate is considered one primary keyword, and you can see the different volumes of searches. So this is searches within Google, but it is relevant to YouTube as well. So when you look down here, most of these are secondary type keywords, and generally those are 2 to 3 word phrases, and then the longer tail are ones that are 4+ word phrases, and they're usually a lot more specific. So they'll throw in a specific location, Colorado Springs real estate, and it would actually be a little bit more specific like this. So you'd go Colorado Springs real estate homes or something else to add a third type of descriptor to that keyword phrase. So as you can see here, this is just two keyword descriptors. That's the location and that's the keyword. So even though it is 4 words, it's still considered a secondary type keyword. Here's some Google graphics about long tail keyword charts, and this is why they're called long tail, because as you can see here, the number of search activity for that particular search word, the shorter the phrases, primary words, are going to have a whole bunch of search activity for those words, because they're going to be a lot more commonplace, they're going to be used in combination and different types of combinations. As you go down the tail, you see the secondary type words. So these are going to have a little bit less search activity because they're going to be getting a little bit more specific. But they're still going to have more search activity than the long tail keywords. So this is the dragon's tail, the long tail keyword, where it just drops off, continues to flow down the number of searches. So you might be getting a lot less searches, but they're going to be a lot more specific searches. And these are definitely better to be looking at when you're searching for YouTube, because this is something you can base entire video off of, something that's really specific, but it's still getting traffic and has a whole lot less competition than the primary keywords do in the upper section here. So when you go down the tail, it's less competitive. When you go up, it's more competitive. And competitive is what you're looking at and considering when you're trying to rank within search engines, because they only do have those top slots, those top 10 slots within search. And if there's a whole bunch of competition for those top slots, then it's a lot harder to get your videos ranked within those slots. You can see here within the keyword planner that even though some of them do have more monthly searches, you can see the competition rating that's being placed on them. So high is something that you've got to really consider whether you want to place keywords and compete against higher competition wording. And you can see here when I go back to YouTube and I type in real estate, that I've got the original keyword is there. So if I was actually trying to rank for a video that was real estate investing in Canada, I would have a lot harder time getting my video noticed and a lot less chance of somebody watching through if they're looking for real estate photography and my video comes up and it's based on investing in Canada. So you can see that as well when you do a search within YouTube. And you can see that if I had created a video that was ranking for investment in Canada, I wouldn't be able to show up as high in the search rankings because there's a whole bunch of competition for real estate. Was to type in real estate investing in Canada, and this is what my video was about, you can see here that you have more of a chance of getting into the higher rankings of the search results. And this is definitely where you want to be when you are trying to rank and optimize your videos and where they're going to show up. So initially when you do a search for a keyword phrase and you come up with a whole bunch of results, you will be tempted to kind of look at this and say, wow, the monthly searches are very high in this, and this is the one I'm going to try to rank for. And that's a mistake, because you should go down and you should look at different ones that might have a lower monthly search rate but have lower competition. So you could go for something like easy, and that has less competition, and if you do have this keyword phrase that you're optimizing for, you have more of a chance of showing up higher within search rankings. And in fact, actually gaining even more traffic. Even though that the search volume is less, you'd be able to gain more traffic from just the amount of targeting of those keywords. So the whole idea is when you're looking for keywords to think about what's actually going to get you that traffic. So when you go for the primary ones, you might not necessarily get the traffic because you're not going to show up on the search rankings, or not easily going to show up on search rankings, and you won't be able to get that traffic anyway. So the amount of searches that are being done for that term actually become irrelevant. But when there's lower competition for that term, getting a piece of the 10,000 or so searches for a lower term as opposed to the 100,000 for a higher competition term is going to be a lot easier to rank, and you're actually going to find you're getting a lot more traffic out of it. So another thing to remember as well is to make sure that your YouTube video is in line with the content that you're trying to rank for. So you got to make sure that you are actually ranking with what you're doing on YouTube. Not advisable to try to trick YouTube, because it's advanced enough to know that your video content isn't just about the words that you're placing in here. There's additional and markers that they use to rank the videos in addition to the wording that you're putting in. So you must make your video about that particular content that you're trying to rank for. And if you're not ranking for that content, then you also risk having your audience and viewers coming in, and if your keywords don't match up with what your video content is, there's a higher chance that they're actually going to click off of your video and go and watch something else, and this will in fact hurt your watch time and hurt your rankings in the long run. So keywords, stick to what's within the video and stick to what content you are producing to make sure that everything is in line with the keywords that you're using in your strategy. One other thing to consider when you're determining your keyword strategy and determining what types of videos to make and what content to put in your videos is, if you have your videos monetized and you do want to get a decent return, you might want to look at the suggested bid as well within the keyword planner, the AdWords keyword planner, because this will give you a strong indication of the value of the keyword. So if you're going to create a video, you can see that creating Star Wars video games will probably be a lot more lucrative than creating Marvel video games, just because you're going to be getting quite a bit more money because users are bidding up more money for those keywords. And that in turn will give you more money when you do monetize your videos. So this is just a small footnote. You shouldn't really base your entire video strategy on it. You should also look at content and producing quality content for your audience in order to grow your channel in the long term. But this is something to keep in mind if possible, to look at that, and if you are trying to make a decision, that can also help you determine what is the best course of content to create.